how are you guys doing today? My name is Anima and today we have a live Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle for your viewing pleasure, this time against Jacob. Thank you for appearing on the channel today. Your Twitter and so on will be in the description down below. If you have a YouTube link, let me know that so I can whack that bad boy in there and people can see your beauty. I don't know if that'll be a permanent part of the intro. Maybe it will. I don't know, it's a bit long, isn't it? There'll be a demand of the day at the end of the video, not a question of the day this time. I'll remind you that the like button is a thing that exists, but it's completely up to you what you do with this information, what you do with the like button at the end of the video after watching, of course, or you can be a complete and utter rebel and give that like button a tickle right now. Why does my intro always creepy? Anyway, let's hit battle start and see what everybody's brought to the table. This is in the Are You tier. Are you ready? No one's ever made that joke before. I'm going to copyright that real quick so that everybody, you know, can give me money and Okie dokie, so my opponent has brought a Miltank, oh dear, he's changed up his team. Okay, shit, okay. Okay, Cupcake, yeah, Slurpuff, that's the one. Slurpuff, a Pyroar, a Chatot, a Golbat, and a Grimer. He did have something else in that thing's place, but Slurpuff is a threat and a monster, so yeah, I'm not surprised to see it there. I have brought Reese, the Doublade, Handsome, the Helios, Purequord, the Emboar, Urethra, the Cresselia, Boogeyman, the Mega Abomasnow, and Jungle Jim, the Rhyperior. So looking at my opponent's team, leads are like Miltank. Miltank is kind of the obvious lead because it's the only thing that can set up rocks. So with that being said, I would really deeply like to lead with my Purequord and just sort of be able to happily bomb anything that I would like. So I think I'm actually going to do just that. We're going to lead with Purequord, our beautiful, wonderful Emboar. And yeah, sorry if there was any confusion. I'm actually stitching two clips together because there was some connection issue with the first time we tried for this match, but it's all fixed now, and yeah, pretty damn cool. So Jacob is issuing that challenge. Yes, are you? Out comes Purequord, and my opponent is going to lead with Elliot, the Grimer. Missy Elliot. I don't think Elliot can really do an awful lot to me. I actually fancy going for a Flare Blitz. If my opponent wants to start perhaps cheekily setting up right now, that would be very, very tragic for them. I want to go for Flare Blitz, but I'm fearing Miltank coming in. But my opponent doesn't know I'm scarfed yet, or anything like that. So we're going to go for the Flare Blitz. It should be a good chunk of damage. Unfortunately, we're not adamant, so we're not going to be seeing... oh, it's a Focus Grimer. Oh, ay. Sorry, that's very annoying. Ah! Oh God! Okay, no, it's fine. The burn completely didn't matter. Or maybe it did because he's gonna have a burnt explosion. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that. That sucks. Oh Jesus, after that rocky beginning for my opponent is going to go into going to go into first ever the Golbat. Oh, first ever shiny? Is that what that means? If so, congratulations, that's super cool. Golbat is a very powerful Pokemon, so I am expecting maybe like the likes of Superfang or Brave Bird or something like that. What we're going to do is going to pull a switch into Reese. Because we can take any hit from this thing, we can't get super fanged, and yeah, I'm concerned about the Miltank officially because I don't really know what it wants, what it's about, what it's gonna do. I don't know if my opponent has Taunt on this Golbat too, but looking at it, I think it's a Defogger, and I don't know if Defog Golbats like to pack Taunt or whatever. I mean, either way, I can't really touch it. And my opponent could switch into who? Maybe Miltank? I feel like experimentally just going for a Iron Head or something. I do kind of feel the urge to do that, so I am just going to go for an Iron Head just to see if my opponent has Taunt or not. do not see the taunt, so I could have got a Swords Dance up there. But out comes Jakib 1-2. The Pyroar. Good job, we went for Iron Head and not Shadow Sneak or anything like that. It is an unnerved shiny Pyroar. Goodness me, lots of shinies. We're going to go for the Iron Head. It's going to do a good amount, all things considered. And my opponent is sitting there with this threat. Now, let's see. I am expecting just the fire type move, so I want to go into Jungle Gym, but if my opponent has Hidden Power Grass, that could be an issue. We're just going to go into Jungle Gym anyway. I think that should be alright. Then we can kind of fire off a Stone Edge, I think, whenever we want. So, out comes Jungle Gym. This is a Trick Room team. As my opponent does go for the Fire Blast, lands it, thankfully for them, and Jungle Gym is going to take a good smack of damage. That looks like Specs damage to me. No, it's fucking Life Orb! That's awful. That's officially terrifyingly bad. Wow, that's super bad. That's actually mind-bogglingly awful. What we're going to do, though, is go for the... Who's my opponent really safe to go into? Not really anybody. We're gonna just try for a Stone Edge and see how much this does. Oh, take it, Jungle Gym, take it! Oh, shit, that's a Hidden Power bollocks. Okay. Right, well, that's very awful. Now, I think I can go into Purkwood and... just go for Flare Blitz once again. I'm really upset Jungle Gym is down. That's actually really, really uncool. I don't remember how fast Pyroar is. 106. Oh, so Heliolisk clean outspeeds. We can go into Heliolisk, I think, and just sort of sort things out from there. My opponent doesn't really have any safe things for Heliolisk, so let's just go into Handsome. And we can just go for a Volt Switch at this point. My opponent could sack this thing, but it is kind of important to keep it alive for the Bomber Snow. So with that in mind, I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. He could be rocking a specially defensive Miltank. So, yeah. I should have switched out to Scout for it, but I didn't really want anybody else to take massive damage. And plus, that Fire Blast did so much. So he is going to sack it. That is the wise decision, I believe. And down goes this Pyroar, because my opponent is going to get Switch Initiative. But with this thing out of the way, I can go into my Doublade. We're going to go... Oh, bollocks, dropped my stylus. We're going to go into Doublade to bait the Golbat, because that appears to be my opponent's answer. Actually, Pyro was my opponent's answer to Doublade, and now that that thing's out of the way, we can kind of set up an SD and destroy everything. So that's pretty nice. Slurpuff can't come in for free, because of course Iron Head is a big deal. And Chatot isn't scrappy, I don't think. What's Chatot's abilities, everybody? Out comes Pepe Max. The Chatot is Chatot. Goddamn scrappy. I'm gonna cry. Is it seriously scrappy? Can Chatot get Heat Wave? Let's have a look on Showdown. Chatot. Yeah, okay. It can't Boom Burst, but can you Heat Wave? You can Heat Wave. Yes, you can. Are you... What are you? What typing are you? Normal flying? You can Heat Wave, and because of this quick response, quickly going into Chatot, I am inclined to believe a Heat Wave is, in fact, coming my way. My opponent would not go for an How fast are you, Chatot? Heliolisk is still faster. I think a Heat Wave is coming my way, so coming my way. So we're gonna go into Purkwood. If a Boom Burst comes my way, that is an excellent prediction, and yeah, that'd be a very good play. That'd be a very, very good play. But Chatter, what's Chatter? Flying, isn't it? Yeah, it's flying. So down goes my Emboar, but that's alright. What we're going to do now is go into Handsome. Yeah. Now we're going to go into Handsome. My opponent does not have any ground-type Pokemon, so we are free to go for a Volt Switch. So let's just do that. I think this is probably Focus Sash Chatot. Yeah, because these things aren't very, you know, powerful. So here's the Focus Sash. And what we can do now is go into I think we're gonna see another chatter, quite frankly. I think we're gonna see another chatter, so with that in mind, I am actually just gonna go into my urethra. Because urethra can take this thing's nasty plot. Can take this thing on, alright. We're just gonna go for a Psyshock. And hope we don't get chattered and confused and hit ourselves. That would be really annoying. Please, baby, please. It's a 50-50 chance. Come on, Urethra! You've been there for me! Come on. Breakthrough confusion. Yeah, good. Good stuff. I hate confusion. I really do. Down goes Chatot. Because it's just so annoying. At least, I'm not bashing on him, by the way. I'm bashing confusion in general. At least, like to paralyze somebody, you slow them down. To confuse them, it's just like you're going on chance for them to not act or not. Paralyzes has the chance of being fully paralyzed, of course, but it's like you can slow stuff down too. So out comes Evil Clown, the Slurpuff. And what this thing can obviously do is belly drum and wreck my face in, but I have prepared for this occasion, so we're actually going to go for the Trick Room. My opponent, I don't think, has expected this, as we're going to see a belly drum and burden go off. There's the citrus, and we're gonna go for a... Oh, please, please, please. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're completely fucked. Yeah. We're actually just completely fucked now. Yeah. Yeah, we're fucked. We're gonna go for a Trick Room again anyway. I should have done it. We are max defense. Just live one. Oh. God. That sucks. Ah, that really sucks! Okay, let's go into... I hate confusion! I do, it's just... okay, well, if we lose, we do lose because of confusion. But that's what Chatot does, and unfortunately, that's just life. So, we have to just go for an Iron Head now. I can only hope this thing... We live this play rough. Oh, we do, thank Christ. And we are actually going to get the Iron Head off. This surprises me very greatly. I was expecting earthquake or death. I really did expect us to die. I really did expect death. Not being funny, but I really did expect death. Sorry about getting a little bit salty there. I just don't like confusion very much. Can't help it. It's just my opinion. And I don't blame people for running it. So out comes first ever. Now, I don't know what this thing wants to do, so with that being said, I'm just going to go for an SD. As my opponent is just going to go for Brave Birds. I think this is going to be very painful for my opponent in general, because we're going to SD up right now, and then we're just going to Iron Head this thing. We can probably get to +4, but I don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to go for an Iron Head right now, as my opponent is just going to keep on going for Brave Birds. I don't really feel like continuously going for Swords Dances. I need to use a Slurpuff. They're so scary. The Chatot setup for it is so frightening. I was really expecting going for a Trick Room and then just letting Reese clean up. But, yeah. So, I don't know quite what to do, actually. I probably should have gone for a +2. Now we're gonna go for an Iron Head. We're just gonna go for another Iron Head. I hope this Miltank doesn't have Earthquake. I feel like it would have come out by now if it had Earthquake. So, yeah, Reese is gonna take that Brave Bird just fine, and this Golbat is gonna go down to an Iron Head. I'm actually a bit concerned about the Miltank, because Miltank is very good at just living in general. And if it's like thick fat, then it walls my Abomasnow pretty much completely. So yeah, that's uncool. Anyway, out it comes. We do have sacred swords, so let's just go for it. Let's just try and whack this thing with a sacred sword. Please, just don't have EQ or something to hit me with. Just go for body slam or something. I don't think my opponent has anything to hit me with. Just goes for a milk drink. Does not have anything to hit me with. So we are going to go for the sacred sword, and that should one-shot the milk tank. It does. And that is going to be the game. I get the feeling the milk tank was specially defensive, which is why it one-shot it, because I really don't think milk tank gets one-shot very often by anything at all. But that was a good battle. Thank you so much, Jacob, for the challenge. I keep saving the videos even though there's nothing to be had from that, because I'm already full of stuff. Let's make myself a big hooray! Let's give this man a nice as well. So, today's demand of the day, if you remember from the beginning of the video, yeah, it's gonna happen right now, and it is to tell me a lame story. I had this friend in sixth form, and she was really good at telling completely pointless stories. She was we'd call it a Sean story, because that was her name. We couldn't call it a Steve story because her name's not Steve. So we'd call it a Sean story. And a story like hers is basically just like, she'd be like, oh my god, guys, okay. So I went to the supermarket with my dad and we bought some meat. Yep. And that's basically all she'd say. So we'd just be like, Sean. God damn it, Sean. Yeah, so... yeah, tell me a pointless story. The most pointless story wins, I guess. If this is a competition, apparently it is now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your viewership very dearly. It is super wonderful to have you here. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.